Hey everyone, where do you get your RV information online? Let's talk about it. I imagine if you're watching YouTube videos on RVs, you generally look to the internet to find RV information. These days there's Facebook groups for everything, Reddit and all that. But back in 2004, when I bought my first RV, there wasn't so many social media and other information stores out there. There were a few though that were quite popular. And the one that I remember the most was RV.net. Now, RV.net was, I believe, purchased or brought into that whole family of companies like Camping World, Good Sam. There's that company that pretty much owns 3/4 of the RV industry, right? The same company that owns all those companies. They owned RV.net. And so you would see it show up in a few different websites. But the original RV.net was, I believe, where it all started. Now, I bought my RV in 2004. There wasn't the social media back then. And really, I had spent about 2 or 3 years just reading the forums constantly. Before I ever picked up my first RV, I knew so many little RV tips. Everything from, make sure that you test your sewer hose with a little bit of gray water before you let the black go, to carry an extra water regulator because you're eventually going to leave it behind in some campsite and you're going to want to have it for your next one. And just all kinds of little tips and tricks that I learned. So by the time I went to go be an RVer, I felt very knowledgeable. I certainly didn't have the experience, and there were a lot of lessons to be learned the hard way. But pretty much everything I learned was on RV.net. Really, it was where I first started getting into online communities. And so because it was the RV community, and it was a bit more polite and a bit more regimented in how you leave politics and religion out of the posts, and it was a nice forum. It probably softened me up a little bit. So when I went into the world of Reddit and every place else, oh boy, I wish it was all as nice as the original RV.net. I even got scolded a few times for sort of overstepping my opinion in there. So it was definitely open to any opinion about RVing, but you were supposed to leave the rest out of it. Basically, what I want to ask you is, did you use RV.net as well? Did you learn from these same forums that I did? I see they're still around, but clearly they're not as active as they used to be. I looked on the Wayback Machine, and you can see a long time ago it was far more active than it is now. But, folks my age who remember a life before social media, I think this was one of the primary places you used to go. But I wonder now, where do you get your RV information? Please comment below and put a link or a comment about where do you get your RV information. Is it all just from Facebook groups? Is there Reddit groups? Is there a forum or a whole source of information that I don't even know about? So please put in the comments where you get your information from. It'll really be helpful to me and to other people who are looking at this video. So I want to hear from you, and always remember, get busy living. Thanks, everyone.